In this video, we're going to introduce a new channel, World Sports Talk, and we're going to take the approach of sports a little differently. You'll see soon, but we're going to hit it off with Jurgen Klopp leaving Liverpool. I'm your co-host, Efe,
And my name is Omar.
and yes, let's talk about Klopp. It's big news.
It is after 9 years, Klopp announced on Thursday morning that he will be leaving Liverpool at the end of the season. It's major news for Premier League, and I'm sure it's a devastating moment for Liverpool fans as they have won all of trophies with Klopp. They won everything that they couldn't won in the recent history.
Yeah.
Won a Premier League after 30 years. They
Champions
won a
League.
Champions League. They won a bunch of domestic cups.
Oh yeah.
So very successful tenure for Klopp. And now I believe starting next season this will be a transition period, and I don't see Liverpool being successful at least for the first 2 years
Yeah.
after Klopp.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. I feel like it's such a difficult um, decision for both Liverpool and Klopp. I mean, it was Klopp's decision, but it's also very difficult for Liverpool because he has a system. All the players know him. He worked with Salah for how many years now? I don't even know.
6 or 7, I assume.
Yeah, yeah. Like he got Salah when he was much younger, and now Salah is like one of the best players in Premier League. Is he gonna stay? Is the other players gonna stay when Klopp leaves? Who knows? But I remember when Klopp came to Liverpool 9 years ago. He came from Dortmund, and he said, "It's not important what people think of me right now. It's important what people think of me when I leave." And I feel like everybody loves him now. Liverpool fans are really sad that he's leaving. But yeah, what's gonna happen to Liverpool now? Who's gonna be the next coach? Do you think?
I think the most logical candidate, and I think he's going to definitely going to get a conversation with Liverpool board, is Xabi Alonso of Bayer Leverkusen. He has done a great job this year with Leverkusen. They're first place in Bundesliga. Time will tell us if he's going to be able to do the impossible and win the Bundesliga after Bayern first time in 12 years. But I mean, he has a great chance. He has a 4-point lead, and there's about 13 games I think left. Um, if they win everything, if they play every game besides the Bayern game that they're gonna play, they're still gonna win the Bundesliga. So we should look at it that way. They just can't make mistakes. Um, so I think he definitely deserves at least an interview and a look. But also Xabi Alonso, I don't see anybody that could be suitable out of our memory. Steven Gerrard would be ideal in terms of like the story behind it, but I think he's not a manager in that caliber yet.
Too early right now.
And Saudi Arabia is, I think, not the place to transfer a manager from to
Yeah.
Liverpool. What do you think?
Sure.
Who should be the next manager of Liverpool?
I agree with you. I think it should be Xabi Alonso too, because I mean, they could bring like a star manager, and then, but that's not Liverpool really. Like that's more like a Real Madrid move. I feel like bringing Zidane, let's say, right? Like that's kind of a Real Madrid move. I feel like Liverpool would be better with Xabi Alonso. Again, I agree. Like Gerrard is too early right now. He needs to prove himself before he goes to Liverpool first, because he proved himself as a player, but just because he's a good player doesn't mean he's going to be a good coach.
Yeah, and we saw the example of that with Chelsea, and Frank Lampard
Oh yeah,
is their best player in their history, but he hasn't done a good job as a manager. And being a good player, being a star player, a club legend doesn't mean you're going to be a good manager. And honestly, looking at sports, there's obviously exceptions, but I think better managers have been more average players or not good players. Like Pep Guardiola was a good player, he wasn't a star.
he wasn't a star. Yeah, it was like
Uh,
okay.
Carlo Ancelotti back in his day, he wasn't a star, he was a good player. Jose Mourinho never played top tier football.
Yeah, yeah, that's
So
true. And when you look at the stars too, like who is the star? Like Zico was an amazing player, and he was a good manager too, but he was never like
top
that
level.
top
The
level.
only player that I think has been a great manager and a great
Zidane.
player is Zinedine Zidane.
No, yeah, yeah, literally. Like I'm thinking about it. There's no one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Well, so what's gonna happen for Klopp? Do you think? Like, is he gonna go to after this? Obviously, after the 1 year, because he's not gonna manage any team during this year. But is he gonna go to German national team? Is he gonna go to a different
I
club?
think that makes most sense. People always want to say Real Madrid when a big time manager
No.
resigns or leaves, But Real Madrid has a manager till 2026. Ancelotti had the Brazilian links, but he decided to stay and extend his
Right.
contract. I think since Germany has not a permanent manager, Julian Nagelsmann said he's only coaching till the Euros, so he's going to
Yeah.
coach the European Championship, and then it's undecided. So potentially after maybe early 2025, or because Klopp said he's going to take the year off, but
Yes.
who knows? I think the most meaningful place is German national team, and since he's claiming that he's running out of energy, a country manager position is
Much easier.
much easier than a
Yeah.
club manager position. So maybe German national team would be a good fit.
Yeah, I feel like that's much easier in a sense that you don't have to train with the players every week. You do get generally more money than club managers. I mean, depending on the club and depending on the national team, obviously. But yeah, like I feel like the only difficult team with managing a national team is just the pressure because instead of 30 million, 40 million people, just trying to root for you and see every move, it's the whole nation
Yes.
that wants you to win. So yeah, I think German national team is the right move for Klopp. If he's running out of energy, great. He proved himself in Dortmund. He proved himself in Liverpool. I don't see Klopp going to a club that's like, not just Real Madrid, but I don't see him going to a club that's like, Manchester City, Bayern Munich, like that kind of level clubs. He always goes to a club with a good plan, and then he brings them up.
Yes.
So yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I guess we'll have to find out and see.
Yeah. I'm curious how they're going to finish the season now. Liverpool is in first place in Premier League, but Manchester City is right behind them. And historically, Manchester City has always picked up the
Yeah.
pace in the second half of the season. So it's going to be interesting. I think it will be the first time if they win this year, Manchester City, it will be the first time a Premier League team wins 4 straight Premier
Oh
Leagues.
yeah, that's right. That's
I
right.
don't think that has ever been done yet. I know Manchester United in the 90s, they won 6 or 7 in the 90s, but it was not 4 straight. They won
Mhm.
2 or 3 in a row and then had a gap year and then won again 2 or 3 in a row. So it'll be interesting to see if Manchester can pull off the first 4 in a row Premier League.
I feel like they
See.
will. I feel like they will because like I mean you all know Manchester City. It's like a mutated team after the second. They basically don't lose. And Liverpool's gonna lose. Like it happens. But Manchester City is something else. Also, when you think about it, Kevin De Bruyne,
Yes.
he was injured.
Haaland.
How many months? Like
I
4 months.
I think De
Haaland.
Bruyne played one Premier League game before he got injured.
Yeah, yeah,
Then he got hurt. He just got back last match. So
and then scored.
yeah, he scored a goal.
Yeah, it was a good goal. And Haaland was not there for how many months? I don't even know if he's playing next game. I think he
Haaland,
is.
I think missed 5 or 6 Premier League games in
Yeah.
a row now.
Yeah.
So
So now they got the full squad. We'll see what happens, but yeah,
it'll be interesting second half of the season. And let's see how Klopp ends his tenure with any trophies or not. He's playing a EFL Cup final in February against Chelsea,
yes.
and then they have FA Cup, Champions League, and Premier League to focus on. So he might have a great end, or maybe he'll go blank. Who knows?
Well, I think he deserves all the trophies to finish off his Liverpool career. We'll see what happens, but make sure to check out our other clips as well. And thanks.